Hello viewers, welcome to Joy's Kitchen. I hope you are doing well. Today I'm going to show you a very unique dessert item which I call Milky Delight. Yes, Milky Delight is a mixture of milk, vermicelli, orzo pasta and some tapioca seeds, and there's lots of sugar, saffron, rose water, nuts. Oh, that is a mixture of really awesomeness. I'm 100% sure you're gonna love this recipe because this is very healthy and very yummy to eat, and at the same time it's really nice to see as well. So okay, check the recipe. So to make my Milky Delight, I need actually 2 liter of milk. I'm taking 2 liter of milk here, but at the same time when I'm gonna cook them with pasta and the vermicelli and tapioca, I'm gonna make this 2 liter into 1 liter. I'm gonna make this milk really thick, so I need 2 liter of full fat milk, and this is full fat. Of course you need to take full fat, otherwise you're not gonna get the proper taste of it. And I took around a half cup of tapioca seeds here, and I soaked these tapioca seeds whole night in water, and then I cleaned it in the morning, and that's how it looks now. So it's kind of like soft. So yeah. And then I took half cup of vermicelli. This is actually fried vermicelli, already fried in a clarified butter. But if you don't find that one, you can use just normal plain vermicelli as well. They're gonna work at the same time the same way. But this one is actually pre-fried vermicelli, or lacha shemai we call in Bengali. So Bengali people gonna understand what I'm using, but it's vermicelli. And I took around half cup of orzo pasta here. And this is quite important. Pasta in a sweet dish, it sounds a bit weird, but that tastes really good because I'm gonna boil it in milk, and it's really good. I took around 1 pinch of cardamom pod here, and 1 pinch of saffron, so I mixed them together. I just took the cardamom pods and I kind of like crushed it, so around 1.5 pinch of saffron and cardamom pods. I took around 1.5 cup of plain caster sugar. Here it's up to you. Some people like it light sweetness, some people like heavy sweetness, but I kind of like in the middle, so I took around 1.5 cup. And 2 tablespoons of rose water. This is just plain rose water, and I need at least 2 tablespoons of rose water for this sweet dish or my delight. And then I took around half pinch of food color. This is very optional, you can skip it, but I quite like the color of saffron mixed up with some artificial color as well. So yeah, 1 pinch of just orange food color. Some almonds, and that just for decoration purpose. I'm not gonna cook it in the milk, these almonds, so yeah. And 1 tab of jelly, any kind of jelly. I'm using here strawberry jelly. That's also for decoration purpose. I'm not gonna cook it, so any kind of jelly. You can use green, red, any color you want. I took the red one. So yeah, these are the ingredients I need to cook my Milky Delight. So as you can see, in a large pot I actually put all my milk, and I'm gonna let it boil. So my milk is boiling now. This is the first boil actually, and now I'm gonna add my orzo pasta, because orzo pasta gonna take quite a long time to boil. So that's why I'm gonna add the pasta first, and I'm gonna boil it for at least 10 to 15 minutes, just like that, in a medium heat, not too much heat, because otherwise the milk gonna go up and it's gonna be a big mess in your kitchen. So in a moderate heat, I'm gonna cook it for 10 to 12 minutes, or maybe 15 minutes. And I'm gonna stir it occasionally, just like that, to thicken my milk. And as you can see, I didn't use the sugar still. So my pasta is almost half done now, and it's almost 15 minutes gone. And now I'm gonna add my tapioca seeds, because tapioca seeds also take at least 10 to 15 minutes to boil. And now I'm gonna boil together the orzo pasta and the tapioca together for another 10 to 15 minutes. And still I didn't add the sugar, because if you add the sugar, the pasta not gonna boil and the pasta not gonna get soft. So sugar I'm gonna add exactly at the end almost. So I'm gonna boil it for another 10 to 15 minutes, just like that. And you can see my milk is quite thick now. So it's gonna go more thicker, and you have to stir it constantly, otherwise it's gonna burn. So after another 15 minutes, now my tapioca and my orzo pasta is almost done. I can show you actually. You can see my tapioca is kind of transparent, so that means it's done, and my pasta is also kind of transparent, so it's nearly done, maybe 10 minutes more. So now my orzo pasta and tapioca is done, because I can see they are transparent and I tried them. So now I'm gonna add my cardamom pods and my saffron because they're gonna release their own flavor in the milk. So I need to boil the milk with these things another 10 minutes, and I added my food color as well. It's not going to be too orange, it's just going to give a really nice kind of yellowish natural thick milk color. And yeah, now I'm going to boil it for another 10 minutes, just like that. Still I didn't add the sugar, you can see I'm just boiling in the milk. Don't use too much saffron, because otherwise it's going to be very soapy, because at the same time I'm going to add some rose water as well, so make sure 1 pinch or half pinch is enough. But yeah, it's quite important, saffron. So after 10 minutes, now my milk is really thick now, and my pasta and tapioca, they are done. So this is the time I'm gonna add actually my sugar, because when I'm gonna add my sugar, my milk gonna be a little bit more thinner, and I have to boil maybe another 10 to 15 minutes. So I need to give the time. So I'm gonna add 1.5 cup of sugar. As I said, if you need more sweetness, you can add more, but for this amount of delight, 1.5 cup sugar is gonna be fine. So now I'm gonna stir it. When I'm gonna add the sugar, I'm gonna stir it a bit more, because I don't want to burn the milk in my pot. So yeah, you can see now my milk gonna be a little bit thinner, because the sugar gonna melt, but at the same time they're gonna be thicker as well, very quick. And I'm cooking the whole dish in moderate heat, because if the heat is too high, that's gonna make a big mess. So my tapioca, pasta, everything is done. My sugar melted, the sweetness is fine for me. You can see they look really good already, and my milk is quite thick as well. So you can see my milk is quite thick now, and you can see the color is really not very yellow, but it's kind of like very nice saffrony color, and it's done almost. So now what I'm gonna do, my tapioca, pasta and everything is done. So now I'm gonna switch off my hob, because everything is done, and now I'm gonna add my vermicelli, because as I said, my vermicelli is already fried, and this is almost the ready one. So that's why I'm gonna switch off my hob, and I'm gonna add all my vermicelli here, and I don't need to cook after that. They're gonna cook on their own in this warm milk, hot milk. But if you are using like normal vermicelli, which is not fried, then you need to boil maybe 1 minute, not more than that. Just 1 minute, and that's gonna be ready. But this one I'm not gonna cook, I'm just gonna adding after I switch off the hob. So yeah, my Milky Delight is done. You can see it's really thick, and at the same time now I'm gonna add my rose water as well here. Rose water I'm gonna add exactly at the end, just to keep the smell and flavor intake in the milk. So yeah, and I'm gonna add around 2 tablespoons for that amount of Milky Delight. But if you are making more, of course you need to add more. So yeah, and trust me, this is very yummy dish, and put it in the fridge, make it cold, and then eat it. Oh my god, you're gonna love it. It's so good for your body, it's so good for your stomach, and it's really like you're gonna feel it, the smell of the rose water, the saffron, the milk, the sugar, the silkiness, the smoothness of tapioca. So here you go, guys, this is my Milky Delight is ready for you, and you can see that looks really beautiful. But trust me, when you're gonna eat it, you're gonna be really shocked that how good this dish is. And when you're gonna add this jelly, you just make sure that your Milky Delight is actually cold or in a room temperature. Don't add your jelly when the mixture is hot, otherwise your jelly gonna melt in the mixture. So I hope you're gonna like my recipe, and don't forget to like and subscribe my channel and follow my recipes and share my recipes with your friends, family and neighbors. And I hope you're gonna make this recipe and you're gonna eat it, because this is so good for your body and so good for your stomach, and it's a really beautiful dish. So here you go. Bye bye, take care.